Wait for you. Mary, you want to do a roll call for us, please?
Yep. Chair David Downs,
Here.
Vice Chair Jason Branch,
Here.
Elizabeth Wiving,
Here.
Georgianne Keyport,
Here.
Jack Saressig,
Here.
Danielle Haie,
Here.
Carly Sitch,
Here.
Michael Howard,
Here.
Terry Schwerm,
Here.
Sam Hassan. Here.
Thanks, Mary.
That in the minutes.
Pardon me?
Nothing. Have my comment stricken from the record, please.
First, next item on the agenda is to in fact adopt the current agenda. Is there any comments or other things that you would like to see on the agenda this evening? Can we have a motion to adopt the agenda, please?
I motion to adopt the agenda.
Danielle, second.
Second.
Liz, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Agenda passes. The visitor presentation, seeing none, we will close item number 4. Number 5 is approved previous minutes. First one is our minutes of the 14th of November. Are there any comments or changes or anything you'd like to discuss about those minutes before we ask for a motion for approval? Hearing none, can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
And move the November 14th minutes.
Terry, second.
I'd like to second that.
Zach, seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. Number 6, receive council minutes. We've got 2 of them. We can discuss them both at the same time, I think. Are there any comments from the meeting of November 6th and the meeting of November 20th?
I wanted just an observation. It was interesting as they were discussing the public safety campus. I think it's at one point, I mean, Mayor Winchell had a lot of questions.
Yep.
And it was funny as I was sort of reading it, I was like, man, it's reading like an interrogation. But I think that's a really good thing for the community to have people, officials in these seats that are asking a lot of questions, trying to get, every single thing. It looked like Mayor Winchell looked at that entire thing and was asking questions about everything.
I think just to put some context behind that too, I believe his background is working in a firehouse
Yep.
previously to being mayor. So he's very familiar with that. So we're lucky to have that expertise.
Yeah, I mean, it shows because he was asking a lot of questions, but it was interesting because then it gave everybody in the room who helped to put together the entire plan and the people that will actually be working on that campus on all sides of it to be able to fill in the context behind why they went with a certain design choice. And so as a community member, I was like, wow, that's actually really valuable information.
Yeah, the other thing too is I think there's a lot of heat in the city right now about taxes and spending and that. And I think Mark, feels some of that too. And he's right. He went through and asked a lot of questions about, do we really need 2 of these rather than you guys share and do this type of thing? And I think he did a good job at that too.
Yeah, I
Right
think
thing.
in thinking about that and reading that, like when the tax statements went out for 2024, and you could just see, hear and read a lot of chatter about that, and it all kind of filters back into what's going on with the city of Chaska right now. So it's good to have that kind of information available for people, just to get some context behind where the investments are going and why.
Yep.
But that was pretty cool.
It was good. Any other comments or questions about the minutes? Hearing none, we will receive the minutes of the council meetings of November 6th and November 20th. We didn't get the minutes from the last planning board meeting. I assume that they'll be coming next
Yeah,
time.
we're not done.
Okay, because they had the meeting just before ours last time, so.
A lot of times theirs are a lot longer than ours, so it takes a while to get them done.
Those should be interesting too.
Mhm.
Okay, that brings us to item 7, action items. Recommendation for city council appointment. for the chairman and vice chair for the Parks and Rec Commission. Item 7A, we'll start off with the chair position. We can start off with nominations for that position. I don't feel it's the right thing for me to nominate people since I'm not going to be here. It's probably better for you to comment and nominate and elect these positions. So you can nominate yourself. You can nominate someone else. If you want to throw your hat in the ring, that's great. So I'll open it up to ask for discussion and or if not any discussions at this point, nominations.
Nominate Jason Branch for chair.
Stole it right out of my mouth.
So with Carly.
Carly does too.
I'll second that nomination.
No, you're 30 now.
Well, okay.
Is there a second to the nomination?
I second it.
Carly? All those in favor of Jason being nominated for the city council, to the city council for the chairman's position for Parks and Recreation, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Hearing none, the recommendation passes for Jason to be the next chair of the Parks and Rec Commission. Congratulations, Jason. Well deserved. Next item is the commission vice chair for next year. Again, you can nominate yourself or nominate somebody else for the position or discuss different people. What would you like to do at this point?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna nominate Elizabeth.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, cool.
This is nominated and second from Terry. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Hearing none, congratulations, Elizabeth, on being nominated for the vice chairman for the Parks and Rec Commission. Congratulations. Mary, you're gonna fill out the forms that were attached for us and submit them to the city council, please.
So then do they both have to go before a city council and just have is it like a formal,
Yep,
like what's that? What does that look like? I don't remember.
yep, you go in front of the city council and they normally ask questions about, why do you want this? And what do you feel, why do you feel it's important and that type of thing. It's,
What, do we have an idea what date that meeting will be?
Likely end of January.
You'll
Or
let
the
us know
second
so we
one.
can come and support.
Yep.
that's not normally the case, but if you'd like to go, I'm sure. they
Helps to
do,
bring,
sure.
it just helps, okay? Build a coalition, Dave.
Okay, is there anything else before we move on to development happenings? Or department happenings? Marshall?
Good evening, Chair and Commission. Before I get into that, I just want to recognize Dave for his service. 9 years on the commission in the last 3 years serving as our chair, and you've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and
It's been a real pleasure. I really, really enjoyed it.
yeah,
It's a lot of fun. And most of the people, I think, since I've been on the board, have done the full 9 years, and some like Dave Roan, he was more than 9 years, so I think once people recognize how much fun it is and enjoyable to be on the thing, they get here and they stay, which is great,
How frequently are reapplicants replaced?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
So applications were just put in
Yep,
for second terms.
Yep.
And I
Not
happen
naming
to know other people are applying who have not served. And so I'm curious if there's any weight or how much thought I have to put into my,
We need
my
a coalition.
Might need Zach to come to
Telling
your
ya.
interview.
Testify. I'll go on
we
the
have such
record.
a great community and that's
Yeah.
absolutely awesome that it sounds like we have more applicants, but I'm just curious.
I don't know what the statistics are on it.
I don't think there
No.
is, I don't think there's ever been anybody that has reapplied and not been successful.
I could be the first. I
You
don't know.
could.
We'll see.
We could,
I
we could
would-
start a campaign.
Like the interview was intense with city council. They still grill you even though you were previously
Oh, yeah.
on it.
Yes, they
So
do.
be prepared.
I will be prepared. Thank
I
you.
would miss your jokes.
I know.
I'll
Wow.
listen for my interview and
There you go.
And
Put together a
so
video package.
next year, we're only gonna have one opening, to fill my position, right? On the council or on the commission.
technically we have 5, right?
Well, everybody is reapplying
But a
and
different-
they'll, but I mean, so if they're all successful in the reapplication,
There'd be just, yeah, one
there'll just be
new
one
commissioner.
opening to fill.
Yep. Yep.
Good luck.
No further questions.
Did everybody who needs to reapply, did they reapply?
Got another year, yes.
No, but I mean, there was, what, 3?
Yeah, there were, you two. And you.
Sam
you-
Sam.
Okay, there's 3. And Sam, you replied as well?
I thought I saw there were 5 listed though, when I looked at the application, it said there were 5 spots for, but that could have been a typo or my brain could have malfunctioned for a minute. I
Well,
don't
it
know.
could have been the 4 and then my position too for the 5th.
That must have been it then.
When I first came on, they wanted to have alternates. And we haven't had an alternate in a number of years.
I think that's where I started, was as an alternate.
I did too.
And I moved up.
Oh.
pretty
I
quickly.
did too.
Interesting.
Yeah, I started as.
And I don't think they have any desire to bring in alternates, but if they did, that'd be great too. 'Cause, you know,
More engagement.
yeah, more people, it's better. Okay. Department happenings.
Yeah, so just a little bit of a light agenda tonight, but go through some things happening in our department. Currently, the big focus of mine and the staff's is on the community center master plan, the final report. So we're really digging in. It's a 150-page report. And so I'm accounting for all of that feedback from those that have served on the project management team this week. And then I have a meeting set up with Perkins and Will on Friday to essentially go through all the feedback and updates that we're recommending. And so I anticipate there'll be a decent amount of back and forth there just to get it to a solid draft. But I'll be communicating back out to the citizen task force after that meeting on Friday, just to set the stage for what's to come. My ideal is to get the revised draft back out sometime in early January, and allow a couple of weeks for the citizen task force to go through that draft report, and then line up a meeting to review feedback. And then talk about the game plan to set up a work session with city council to ultimately present the recommendation to city council, which I'm anticipating that'll be either January 29th or at the soonest. Otherwise, one of their meetings in February is what we'll aim for. So.
Marshall,
Yes.
when you meet with them this week, who do you sit down and meet with?
John Slack and Catherine.
Okay.
The 2 other individuals that we're working with. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because they've been involved with the project since minute 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Any other questions on that master plan? Okay, earlier in the month, we held the annual tree lighting at Fireman's Park. Huge success. I think we had the largest attendance we've ever had. I think this warmer weather we're experiencing definitely helps, but staff put on a great job, and it's just always fun to see the community come together and kick off the holiday season. We've been having some successful open skate events at the community center. So right around the Thanksgiving weekend, we did a pop-up Swiftie skate event. So we themed it to Taylor Swift music, and I think we had almost 200 people participate in that. So it's fun to see staff putting together some creative programming and getting people into the ice arena. What's that?
Could Travis show?
Yeah, no, there might have been a couple lookalikes. So
You guys, but Cosmic Skate has been the recurring one, hasn't it?
Cosmic Skate's the recurring, and then coming up on Friday, the 15th, we got an ugly sweater skate. And then on Wednesday, December 27th, so the first day the kids get out of school for the holiday, we have a cinema skate planned. So 11:15 to 12:45 will be an open skate. And then at 1 o'clock, we're going to be showing the Mighty Ducks movie. We have a big blow up screen on the ice, and that's going to be 1 o'clock in the afternoon will be the movie.
22nd,
27th,
27th.
December 27th. Yep, a Wednesday during the week.
So people skate while they're watching the movie, or how does that?
Yep, so we'll do the skate from 11:15 to 12:45, and then there will be a transition to the movie, which will start at 1 o'clock.
So they sit on the ice, or how do they just sit in the stand?
In the stands, yep, and then we'll put the ice or the big blow up screen out
Cost
on
for
the
that?
ice. $5 for members and $6 for non-members. And we plan to have some concessions throughout that program too, so that'll be fun. Tomorrow, we will be offering the batting cage that's available at the community center. That'll be on Wednesday evenings, and then there's some also times on Saturday and Sunday for people to register. We're going to be doing a New Year's Zumba Glow party on December 27th at 5:30. We're going to be having a Treks and Trails preschool open house on January 4th to welcome new parents that might be considering that as an option. And then on January 6th, we'll be starting an adaptive recreation floor hockey program at the community center. Curling center is hopping. So this is the time of year where curling is just its busiest. So every night is filled with leagues. We also see a lot of daytime events, a lot of corporations coming over doing holiday parties, staff outings, learn to curl events. So that's keeping staff on their toes over there. Wednesday, December 20th will be the Santa parade going throughout the community. So that will be featuring the Grinch along with Buddy the Elf.
This
So-
year, Buddy the Elf with the shelf.
Yep. So keep an eye out for that. We're looking at mixing up the route a little bit this year, just to sort of change it up and, maybe not necessarily going through certain neighborhoods at the end of the night every year. So Kevin in our communications department's working on a new route.
You know where we can find in advance where the route will be posted?
Yeah, so he'll likely put it up on Facebook, and then he does a really good job. It's even GPS, so you can get real-time views of where Santa is the night of the Santa parade. So
Okay.
you can kind of sort of anticipate when will be coming through your neighborhood. Yeah. And then last, and I'll kind of turn it over to Terry, but a lot of work continuing at the Savannah Oaks Neighborhood Park. So working on the phase 2 trails that would go north of the playground area through the woods, along with some of the phase 3 work, which is including the prairie and upland restoration. So as you recall, we had the goats out there working on the buckthorn throughout the summer. And so now they're going through and mowing down all the twiggy stuff that's remaining, and we'll be putting down seed over the winter. That'll be appropriate for both the prairie and the upland. So I know a communication went out to the residents, letting them know about that work. But yeah, Terry's over there seeing it on display.
Yeah, it's really cleaned up the wooded area and natural area quite a bit, and it's really opened it up. You can see into it instead of having it really blocked, and it's just really a nice clean look. And they've been doing work pretty intensively out there for the last couple of weeks, and so it's been really good. And I was going to thank you and the Public Works Department for getting that notification out to the neighborhood. It was really well done and really described what they were going to be doing. So hopefully they didn't get too many questions on that, because I thought it was really well done. So.
Yeah, so the weather's helping there. I know they're, the plans to get that trail completely subcut and then get it rocked and compacted before the winter, which really then sets it up nicely to do the paving of the trail sometime late next spring, early summer. So, yeah.
Like that went so fast.
all I
Anything
have.
else?
That's it.
Question, I've been noticing the Loop Clubhouse is well on its way.
Yep.
Any updates on that? I can't tell how close they are.
Yeah, so, now they've gotten it, a lot of the exterior buttoned up, so now they can really focus on the inside stuff throughout the winter and position that to get open.
Yeah, it looks like there's an arbor adjacent to it.
Yep.
And is that they're not gonna cover that, or what is that?
That's just, I think, it'll be more of like an outdoor gathering
Okay.
area.
That looks nice.
Yep. And then, the other huge accomplishment that the Public Works, along with the contractors, was they got all of the cart paths repaved at the town course. And so that was a big undertaking. They were in dire need of resurfacing. And then a lot of that's getting set up to be able to host the US amateurs that'll be coming in next year as well. So, yep. A lot of great work.
That it? Thank you very much. Next item is the roundtable discussions. You want to start?
I just wanted to echo Marshall's comments from earlier and thank you for all of your leadership on the commission, and how, as one of the newer members, how welcoming you were, not only to me, but anybody that comes to our meetings. And one of the things, as someone that's worked in local government for too many years, I can let you know that it's really evident how much you care about the community, and it's really a great thing. And the community's been very lucky to have you as a volunteer. So
Thanks.
thank you.
Right,
I don't know how to follow that up, but I had a wish list item, I guess, for next year. If you could maybe convince some other city staff to come and present about things that they're doing, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, some time ago, we had a joint meeting with the planning board. And that was interesting. I thought that was good. That would be something that you might want to think about doing again. Because they have a lot of interesting stuff that they do. It's an awful lot more complex in some areas than what we do.
Yeah, we'll likely plan a work session in January. And so that would be a good discussion topic to get your guys' thoughts on what other type of information you'd like to have presented at these meetings. Yep.
Jason and Liz for stepping up as well to, the leadership roles, but thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Zach?
Couple things. One, I want to give a quick shout out to, I believe where our public works director resides, has got just a monster holiday display out there in their yard, visible from many miles away. So
Yeah.
if I am assuming where he lives correctly, but where Brian lives, but very impressed with his holiday spirit.
How about that statue next door though?
It's
That thing's
incredible.
cool.
Yeah.
It's a really cool couple houses right there, right now. Undisclosed location. I had the pleasure the week before last of going to watch a hockey game at the community center. One of my daughter's friends plays hockey. A couple of her friends are on the same team. And so my daughter and her friend who do not play hockey, we went and watched the game, and it was a lot of fun. Cool to see the environment there. There was a fair amount of fans in there. There was a practice going on the one sheet of ice. Here in the main sheet of ice, there was a game going on. When we got there, there was a game that had just gotten over, and then this game went on. Watched the game. It was a fun game to watch. And then literally as soon as they got off the ice, then another game jumped on the ice. And it was just constantly in motion there. And it was fun to kind of not only see the game and see how excited my daughter and her friend were to watch their friends play hockey.
Yeah.
But it was really cool thinking about what that facility is already doing and what it's going to do once the community center master plan gets enacted at some point for that particular part of the entire campus of the community center. Just wow, it's going to really be something. But it was really cool to just be out there and see it in action, like just constantly moving. Like, wow, there are a lot of cars here and a lot of action going on, and everybody was having a great time. So that was really great to see. And then one thing I wanted to say is also to echo what everyone said, Dave, about how welcoming and inviting you've been to be on the board here. And when I first started on Park and Rec Commission, it used to be called a board. It was a board back in those days. We've since evolved into a commission. Dave Roan was, our fearless leader then, and I thought he did a great job. And I kept thinking, how are you going to top Dave Roan? And then we get Dave Downs, and I just have always been impressed with your attention to detail, your commitment to everything going on in the community. Every meeting you say something that I didn't think of or that I hadn't considered as a part of our role here and the things that are going on. And I think it really shows. I mean, look at the group we have here,
Yeah, it's a great
And-
group.
but you help kind of lead the way to keep people engaged and have fun with this and, commit something positive to the community. So I just wanted to say thank you and I appreciate your service to our community. And I think that there's a lot of great projects going on right now that you've got your fingerprints all over. So
Oh, thank you.
that'll be fun to see years from now, and maybe we'll name something after you.
Yeah, right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I helped with the naming
Yeah.
plan, so
Yeah, the
There you go.
policy. Yeah.
Name some of the trees out there.
Dave Downs, yeah,
Curling Center.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Got some money?
I get, telling you. All in favor? No, sorry, bad joke.
I want to thank you all very much for the nomination. It's very humbling. Any one of us could have taken, this position and done the greatest job at it. So I want to thank you all very much for just seeing that in me to be a leader for us. It's like I said, it's kind of shaking me up a little bit, but it means a lot to me. So thank you all very much.
Great.
And David, just serving as your vice chair it's prepared me for the position. So the way you conduct meetings, the way that I think the most admirable thing I think from me to you is just your willingness to sometimes say the hard things to say. That, sometimes some people, oh, I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to be that person. But you seem to be the person that's right to it. And I think that's what I'm going to take with me, along with your big heart. Of course. But thank you very much.
You're more than
for
welcome.
everything they've done for the commission and for the city.
I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Thank you.
Liz?
I guess I have appreciated attending all of the events, holiday festive events down downtown Chaska. There is a free food distribution that's happening on December 21st from 12 to 1. I think that's 2100 Stoughton Avenue in downtown Chaska. I know this is a challenging month for a lot of people, and so if you can give to all the food distribution places, or if you know of anyone that could take advantage of that, please pass that information along. And then I would also like to say thank you, everyone, for the nomination of vice chair. Hopefully I will do a good job. And I'd also like to thank Mr. David Downs for all your leadership over the years. I, unlike everyone else, was terrified of you when I first joined the board. You have such high standards and you always ask the tough questions and good questions. But I've learned as over these, I don't know, 5 or so years with you, you're just a huge teddy bear and you have just such love for the community and you really do care, and that shows in everything that you do on the commission. And thank you for your leadership.
Thank you. Georgianne?
I experienced the downtown Christmas tree lighting, and I think every year it just gets better and better. And I noticed this year, I think in years past, they would have a lot of the event inside the event center, and Santa Claus would be in there and food and whatnot. But this year they moved it outside. There was nothing in there, and I think that was much better. They had hot chocolate. They had a big fire pit where they roasted marshmallows and made s'mores, and they had a big I think it was like what's the word I'm looking for? Big ball, glass ball that was supposed to depict a sort of a snow scene that I've never seen before. Very clever. And as you said, well attended. It was, and it was of course a nice night too. It was pretty warm. I wish just that the high school would have sang carols longer.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. It was actually fabulous. As I said, I think it gets better every year. So that was really nice. Ditto to you, Dave.
Thank
All
you.
I'll just say, in addition, is have fun with your next adventure, whatever
you.
it may be. We'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, I got a plan one
Do
now.
what fun things you do. And again, thank you too for volunteering your time and efforts and your talents to this group. We look forward to your leadership.
Like, just a couple things for me. So I want to kind of give a shout out to Melissa at the community center. Just awesome customer service, just great person. I let my membership lapse and reached out to her. She was able to get me taken care of right away. Friendly every time I am in there. She's just a great person, and really does a great benefit for the community center. So I'm going to give a shout out to her. Then I'll echo everyone else's sentiments here. I haven't been on the commission as long as many of you, but those last 2 years, I remember that first meeting, back over the community center with, you and Jason, and I didn't know what the heck I was getting myself into with you guys. Maybe I was a little intimidated too, like Liz, with David, but you kind of welcome me to the commission with open arms, and really appreciate your leadership. As everyone said, your commitment to the community is very evident, and you'll definitely be missed but not forgotten, and I'm sure your legacy will live on here.
I'll be around if you need
Yeah.
to volunteer for someone.
And you'll be in meeting minutes online for a long time, so.
You can blame me for a lot of things. Sam, you got anything for us? Thank you. Thank you. Mary, you got anything for us tonight?
Gosh, I don't, other than enjoy the holidays, and here we are, shortest meeting ever.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty. We need a motion to adjourn if that's what we'd like to do
I
now.
move to adjourn.
Georgianne, second.
I'll second that.
Mike, second. All those in favor say aye.
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 It is 7:35 and the Parks and Rec Commission is adjourned.